Hey, what's up guys, welcome back. Today I'll be discussing with you the subject of monetizing your land, and I'll essentially be giving you 9 things that you can do over your land or with your land to make money out of. But before we do that, let me just give you this, that 80% of the land here in PNG is under traditional custodianship or owned by traditional landowners, and it's just under 20% that the state has leases over. Which is to say the state owns. So that gives a lot of insecurities to the banks to lend you credit against any title land that you have. So having said that, there are 2 things that you can do with your land in order to make money from, and the first element would be to lease the land. So leasing basically is to mean that you are giving the usage rights over the person or an organization that you are tenanting over your land, but you still have the land rights. So it's just the usage rights that you are offloading to the user of the land. So in usage of the land, you can basically lease through these 9 elements. So the first element that you can lease your land for is the agriculture lease. So basically the agriculture leases are for commercial agriculture. So that can be for rice planting and all the others, cash crops for that matter. So that's basically agriculture lease. The second lease that you can offload the land for under a lease is for recreational purposes. So that can be a playing park or anything like that. That's for recreational leases. And for the third usage of the land, we don't normally do that here in PNG, but it used to in some extent. You can use that for hunting or fishing purposes. You can lease your land or the waters for fishing. The fourth element to that would be to do real estate development. So it can be for residential lease estate developments, or it can be for commercial real estate developments. And the fifth element to this you can lease your land for would be to do infrastructure development, and that can be for companies for setting up the infrastructure like communication towers, or for secured space where water treatment plants can be established or set up. The sixth element to that would be to do advertising for billboards to be set up. You can lease your land for that. And the seventh element would be to do mineral extractions, like extraction of gas or oil for alluvial mining purposes. You can also lease your land for that. Number 8 would be to do a conservation easement. You can offload the land if it's of particular interest for research, for study purposes, for conservation of endangered species and all that. You can conserve your land or lease your land under that conservation easement arrangements. And final and last would be to host events over your land. So if you can do this, you can always make money out of leasing your land. So one of the issues that I've come across here in PNG, and many of us have experiences of, is to selling the land. Yeah. So what I want you to understand is that selling the land is a short-term benefit, because you are sacrificing all these 9 elements. You are sacrificing these things in terms of making the money over time. Then selling it, you're making a one-time income over this to conserve or preserving the land for these lease purposes, for long-term use, that you can make a lot more money than you're selling it off in a one-time payment. So that's basically 9 things you can do, which is to say you can monetize your land. For that you can make money out of. So before we go, I just want to recap on these things. You can monetize your land. You don't have to sell the land. You can lease the land in order to make the money long term. So you can do by number 1 agriculture. You can do it for recreational purposes. You can host the land for hunting and fisheries. You can do for real estate development. You can do it for infrastructure, advertising, mineral extractions, conservation easements, and you can always host events over your land instead of selling it. So that's basically that, and I thank you all. I'll see you all in the next one.